Diet Coke. How much does it weigh?
It's 2 liters.
Well, how much is in there? 2 liters. Anything else on there? Ounces. Okay. And how much? What's it made of?
Carbonated water, caramel color, aspartame, acid, potassium, and natural flavors of citric acid and caffeine.
Okay. It also has phenylketonurics, phenylalanine. It used to be a very important thing that babies, they found phenylketonuria could cause some disabilities, but you just need to know that very low sodium, no refills. Who wants to be my taste tester to be sure this really is Diet Coke? Careful. What? All right, good. Is it Diet Coke? Okay, it's Diet Coke. So here's some questions for us to think about as we're looking at doing this experiment. Because you're going to go home after this and you're going to do your own experiment. You cannot use Diet Coke and Mentos. All right? You cannot use Diet Coke and Mentos. You're going to try an experiment with doing it differently. So this Diet Coke was at room temperature. It was in my office all night. This is one Mentos. The thing about these is if you don't bother them, they won't bother you. So, the Mentos, be sure that you don't use strawberry Mentos. Be sure that you use just regular mint Mentos. You'll see why. There's going to be a foaming reaction. What causes the foaming reaction? Okay. Is it the mint that does it? Is the candy that does it? Is that what's reacting, or is it the Diet Coke that's reacting? Okay. When you try the experiment, if you want to try something like this, try this out. This is your experiment, not mine. So have a hunch. Will it make a difference if I heat up the Diet Coke? So if you put in the Diet Coke in a large bowl, put it in the microwave, or put it over the stove, and then put it in the Mentos, will it have an effect? Will you still see foam? Or have you boiled something out? All right? If you try different candies, M&M's, M&M's, what was it, Hot Rocks? Hot Rocks, right? Where you can make it foam in the mouth and things like that. Okay? Alka-Seltzer, will that have the same effect? What other things can you do to try this out? I had one student who tried this out, who tried it with champagne, who tried it with beer, who tried it with Dr. Pepper. Will it make a difference if you chug or put, this is the students who tried this, if you put it in your mouth and quickly swallow a Mentos, will it foam in your mouth? Will you look like you're actually salivating in the mouth? If you put this in the refrigerator, in the freezer, and all, and then try to warm it back up, will it still have its fizz? Will altitude change it? If you tried to do this on the top of Mount Everest, would that have a difference versus doing it here at sea level, about sea level? So does altitude affect it? Putting it in different containers, different solutions. Does it have the effect if you use seltzer? If you use club soda, Dr. Pepper, orange juice. Students have tried orange juice, apple juice. So try anything that you want, but always make a educated guess, which is a what? Hypothesis. So I want you to make an educated guess. Now, you can also try this. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 mint Mentos. How high do you think it's going to go? No. How high will the initial reaction?
I just think it's just going to
Doesn't
roll
have
over
to
and rub
come out the
over.
bottom.
Yeah.
Just about? Or is it going to come up this much? And if I put in 1 mint Mentos and get a reaction, if I put in 2 mint Mentos, will there be more of a reaction?
Yeah, it's going to maximize.
And if I put 3 or 4 mint Mentos in, or a whole pack, a string of all of them, all at once, well, how high can I get it to go? With that, I would ask that you go ahead and get a ruler or a measuring tape and a ladder to figure out. You can ask a friend to do this with you, a family member, a boyfriend, girlfriend to do this with you. So you want to find out how high this will go. Estimations, some of you have said that it'll go this high, some have said that it'll go this high, this high. So I'm 5'10", all right? So we'll go up to at least 5'10", all right? So it tastes like Diet Coke. This really is a mint Mentos. If you're going to do it with Diet Coke, here's the other thing I'm going to tell you to do. Go to Food Lion today because Diet Coke right now is 99 cents. And if you want to buy mint Mentos, go over to the student store over here or go to Target. Don't go to Walmart, Food Lion, Harris Teeter, Piggly Wiggly. But I found them at Target is where I can always be sure I can find mint Mentos, okay? So 99 cents at Food Lion today, so it's not a very expensive going on Food Lion. They have strawberry mint Mentos and other candied mint Mentos. The question is, will they have the same reaction, yes or no? If not, why not? If so, why so? All right? Yeah. Now the next question is this. Will the mint Mentos dissolve at the bottom? Or will there still be mint Mentos at the very end of this experiment? What do you think?
It'll still be there.
You think it'll dissolve?
Some will still be there.
Right? What? So, this is going to be your science experiment. So part 1, this time, will be Dr. Webb-Mitchell's class, blah, 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 blah. Part 2 is you're going to do the analysis. Part 3, your experiment. And what did you do? All right? Part 4 will be your conclusion, which was, did it or did we did it as a class, and you wanted to try something out. That's your main research question. You did your research, and did you get the results that you wanted? Then you get to ask another question at the end. That's your paper for next week. Okay, gang? All right? So that's a science paper. All right? Any other questions that you want to think about that I haven't explored yet? Should we shake it up first and see if there's good fizz that we go? Does that matter? Okay, so on the count of 3, is that right? Stand back now, everyone. Stand back. Stand back, everyone. Stand back. Okay, you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I told you just enough for it to come out the bottom.
It didn't go very high, did it? So the question is, what goes on in terms of the chemical experiment that's going on? Is there, I mean, if I were to put in another Mentos right now, would there be a reaction?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay, we'll try that out. I don't have another Mentos. Okay, so it displaced about half. Now what's interesting is, when I've done this, this is an older bottle of Diet Coke, so does the age of the Diet Coke bottle matter? Because what happens is, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but Diet Coke has expiration times, right? In which, if you were to keep a bottle of Diet Coke in your pantry for around a year, would it still have fizz?
It'd be flat.
It'll be flat, right? So that's why they say freshly made, you know? So that this has an expiration date. It usually comes up to 5'10", right?
Do you think it's the reason why like it wouldn't do it over because it's already done pushed the momentum the back out.
Well, do you think there's any more memento
Well, momentum?
Mentos in there?
I think it pushed it out.
It's
Okay.
still right there.
Oh, okay.
So the question is, if I try this again, right? I want you to taste this. See if it still tastes like Diet Coke. Does it still have the fizz? A little bit, but as much fizz as it did before, not as much fizz. So something displaced the fizz, right? You want to take this home?
No, I'm fine.
Anyone want to take this home? Sure. You're on a diet? Oh, you don't like that. If you tried this with Coke, would you get the same reaction?
You probably get more.
Try this with Dr. Pepper, or is there something about dark cola or dark soda that causes a reaction that you won't see with clear soda? What do you think? You think a diet is different than the Coke? Diet Pepsi, would it have the same reaction as Diet Coke?
No, Coke is more like Coke. You can get that on like car issues. It got more.
Well, let's go on upstairs and let's go watch the Discovery guys.
I heard
and,
that too. That's why
Mythbusters and see what they say. Okay.
Like if you